Welcome to another episode of the International Volleyball Academy. Just like last time, we're taking a look at the most common mistakes that keep popping up in the game, and most importantly, how to eliminate them for good. We'll point out what's needlessly holding back your performance and calmly fix it. This time it's all about serve reception. Let's go.
Sometimes you might think, is it just me this keeps happening to? Don't worry. It happens even to world-class players. And 14-year-old boys are struggling with the same stuff. So no, you're not alone. But you do want it to happen as little as possible, right? So come on, we'll show you how to handle it. Which mistakes are we going after today? Let's start with a classic. A narrow stance, heels on the ground, and center of gravity floating somewhere behind in the clouds. This one's especially common in boys. Passing is boring, right? Everyone wants to spike like Lavia, but without proper serve reception, you won't even get a chance. Add to that an unstable posture. What else? Poor body alignment during reception. Feet all over the place. Torso twisted in every direction except perpendicular to the ball. Time to get back to basics.
Now let's start fixing things. Imagine the ball's coming low and to the side. What do? Freeze like a statue. Coach Petra will tell you, if you've got time, move. You can assist the player, but it all begins with a split step. Activating the legs for motion even before you know where you'll go. The body has to be ready, like a cat before it pounces. And one foot right after the split step shouldn't just land, it should initiate the lateral movement. See how useful that's going to be?
Then we've got the player's final position. Center of gravity low, hips aligned perpendicular to the ball's flight path. Looks like ballet? Maybe. But ask Italian player Alessandro Micheletto. He knows this is non-negotiable.
Now you're thinking, but these boys are only 14. Exactly, that's the point. This is the time to build good habits. First, catch the ball after movement, then with extended arms, and finally, with a stick. Why? Because the stick helps keep the hands out in front of the body. And here comes our first announced mistake. Narrow stance, high center of gravity, and on top of that, head down. Not like this, buddy. But no worries, we'll fix it. And here, nice wide base. Movement is perfect. That's next level.
At this age, it's good to be extra mindful of movement habits. Every mistake on the court has a root cause. Maybe we react late, or maybe we don't use our legs at all. And here's mistake number 2, poor body position during reception. Same issue again, now shown by a girl. Where does it come from? Most often from neglecting the basics early on. Proper footwork and torso alignment, perpendicular to the ball's trajectory. Just ask the libero of the current world champion team from Italy. They know exactly how important this is. Volleyball is, after all, also a game of the legs.
Once you've nailed the movement, it's time for real ball handling. We'll keep the stick a little longer. It helps, after all. It forces players to keep their arms together even after the pass. It might sound strange, but it's true. How you finish the motion affects how you performed it. Or put another way, when a player knows what their arms do after contact, the body automatically adjusts itself before the contact. And look, this standing on his heels. That's a recipe for falling backwards. And another one, with the center of gravity behind again, not good. And this guy's got a narrow stance too. So yeah, still a lot of work to do. But now we're talking. Mistake gone. Legs in a solid stance. Wide base. Knees forward. Weight on the toes. And the pass? Textbook perfect. And the best part? The boys will use this not only in serve reception, but also in defensive digging. Maybe they'll really make it to the Olympics, just like these guys. Because you know what? The road to the top starts right here. Of course, you can't eliminate all errors in serve reception, especially when the server on the other side is a rising Czech star like David Kalater, or when you're not being consistent in your reception. The point is to minimize the sources of mistakes, whether it's poor torso alignment or an unstable stance. And yes, mistakes will happen, even when your technique is solid. You simply need enough repetitions. There's no rushing the process. What matters is that we're on the right path. But one final note. Sometimes there's no time for footwork at all, and you've got to react with just your body, especially against jump serves. But that's a story for another day. Now let's move on. Let me tell you this. Serve reception mistakes hurt more than a failed spike. One ace after another, or even just one bad pass, and the whole offense collapses. So what do? That's right, we need to train harder. Let's now shine a light on one specific challenge, the float serve, especially when it's aimed at the chest or head, and all the mistakes that come with it. Most of them boil down to one fundamental issue: poor footwork, or no footwork at all.
So what do you do when the ball is coming right between your eyes? Panic and close your eyes? Nope, that's not it. The correct reaction? You step back with one foot, open your hips, and create space for your arms. But sometimes the ball comes in like a missile, and you have no choice but to hop back. And if you don't open your hips, tough luck. Sometimes the mistake is fatal, the ball hits you, and you just watch it sail out of bounds. Some players try to rescue the situation at the last second with an overhead technique, and the result you can see for yourself.
So, what do we do about it? Can this even be taught? Absolutely. We have to go back to the basics. Step back with one foot, open the hips, and free up space for the arms. Looks like a dance class? Maybe. But trust me, without this, it won't work. And yes, kids age 12 to 13 often dodge like they're in a kung fu movie instead of taking a proper step. That's real, but that's why we're here. It's our coaching job to stop this from becoming a habit. And guess what? Even older boys struggle with this. And it all starts this innocently. But we don't freak out. We show up with a hoop in hand. Yes, you heard that right. We start with a hoop. Why? So players understand how to move. One small step with the back foot, one giant leap for reception kind. And in the end, it looks effortless.
And you know what? Once they know how to move their feet, we've got to teach them the proper arm platform too. Without it, no chance. We'll even give them a foam roller to hold, as long as they can visualize how the arms work together. And once they've got that down, we can confidently say, now you're ready for anything, even a serve to the face.
And why are we focusing on this, especially with girls? Because in men's volleyball, the jump serve dominates, and its trajectory is totally different. And let's be honest, boys more often attempt overhead reception. Girls, for obvious reasons, are more cautious about their fingers, and so they prefer forearm passing. But that doesn't mean they're at a disadvantage. Quite the opposite. If they started grinding at age 10 like this boy here, then by now their technique is smooth as fine wine.
And us, we can sleep easy, because now you can say for sure we've uncovered the beginning of the path to elite mastery through proper footwork in serve reception.